We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better
Best
than
thing
this.
about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What
it,
up,
man?
what up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You been doing
That
it.
boy got
And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we got Sparkle City's still most argumentative person, Chuck Little John, the OG. What's up, my dog?
What's up, fella? How you feeling?
Man, I am feeling wonderful on this Sunday. Feeling wonderful, man. Feeling wonderful. We're waiting for our other co-host, Mr. Corey Davis, running a little behind on this Sunday evening, but he will be on shortly, man. But we want to thank each and every one of you all out there on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, man. Thank you all for rocking with us. Remember, when you come to the channel, man, bring a friend, tell a friend. Don't come by yourself when you come, baby. All right? But before we'll wait a little, man. We'll wait a little bit for some more people to come on, man. If you're out there in the chat, would you please, man, put your name in the chat, put a hi in the chat, put a what's up in the chat, so we can recognize you and say what's up to you, man. Because we wanna see and hear from all of our TCY family, man. So if you're out there, man, put your name in the chat, say what's up, OG, man. How you feeling this afternoon, bro? This evening?
I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great. Gonna start this new week. Hopefully it's not too overburdened for nobody. But yeah, I'm feeling great. Weekend too short as usual. But that's okay. Some of us have a long weekend next weekend. So for Father's Day, some of us do, some of us don't. But
y'all get time off?
Huh?
You get time off for Father's Day weekend?
No, we get time off for Juneteenth. It's the national holiday.
Juneteenth. That's right. Okay.
So we get that day off.
No, we don't get that day off yet. We working on that. But hey, man, let's welcome a couple TCY family out there, man. Larry Wright, my dad. Appreciate it, Big Dad. Papa's on. Big Phil Harris, man. Cuzzo, he's ready. He's ready to be on here. Hey, Big Phil, do me a favor, man. I got a little something I want to send you for being a loyal listener, man, and a TCY family member, man. I got a little something for you. Send me your email address, or not your email, your address in somehow. Maybe like through you got my number. Send it to me. NF Skull as well. Send me your information as well through maybe let me see. NF Skull, what are you on? IG? Send me a message, a DM. I got a little something for you all. Just to show our appreciation for you all, being supportive of the TCY channel, man. So if y'all would please send me your information, man, so I can get y'all out a little gift from the TCY crew, man. All right. Cool. All right, man. So today's show, man, we're gonna jump into a couple things that I want to jump into, and I don't know if these are true stories, but I thought they were very interesting stories. And there's a name that's out there, Big Cat. They say that there's a possibility that he may be on the move. The Minnesota Timberwolves may be interested in making a trade. So I want to know some good destination places for Big Cat. I think we talked about this in the beginning of last season when they made that big old trade for another big man that I didn't think they needed. So now it might be too many big men down low. So
I told y'all.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Big Phil Harris, he already, man, Miami. Look, they can need some, they can use some help. Other topic we're gonna have is Jokic and the Nuggets are a game away. And speaking of the Miami Heat, they can use a big cat, for a body down there for Jokic. Joker going crazy down there, so that could help them out. They are down 3-1. Actually, both Miami teams, both Florida teams are down 3-1 in their respective finals games. The Florida Panthers are down 3-1 as well. So they're both fighting for their playoff lives right now. All right. And then I want to talk about the NBA draft. The NBA draft is coming up on the 22nd of June, I believe it is. They have a guy named Wembanyana expected to be number 1. 7'6", 7'5", Kevin Durant like-ish. Ball skills is what they call him. Expected to be the number 1 pick. Y'all, I want to hear y'all thoughts, man. A lot of Spurs fans are saying they are because of having this opportunity to get him in there, Wembanyana.
Come on now, you dragging up the rear.
I know, right?
Let's welcome our Decatur's beachiest, Corey Davis. What's up, big dog? What's going on, man? Where you at?
Santa Rosa, live from Santa Rosa. We representing as best I can. It's Decatur's, Santa Rosa, Florida.
I've never heard of Santa Rosa, Florida.
Santa Rosa.
So that down by Miami or something? Is that what?
No. It's actually in that same little Verbo vacation rental place spot, not too far from Destin and Panama City. Nestled right in the heart of that spot. You know what I'm saying? Right in the middle.
Okay.
So down at the Panhandle.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome, man. Oh, Fort Walton Beach area. Okay. Is that Fort Walton Beach? That's a little different.
I don't know if it's Fort Walton Beach, but I think Fort Walton Beach is a little further down. But it ain't too. I don't think it's too far from there because I think Kanisha's cousin had flew in from Fort Walton and drove here. So Big Larry might be right. Though he's known to be a cheater.
He a Florida boy, so he probably know the ins and out of the Florida area. So
correct.
I didn't know he knew much about the Panhandle, but okay. So what you doing, y'all family?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on, fam?
For sure. So cousin Dave had put together a good little getaway, vacation, and we had to tag along, for a few days to come and just really just how they say, when you get with your family, it's a word that they use whenever you just got to be around family. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
that's what we're doing. I can't think of the word right now.
Yeah. Hey, being around family is a good thing, man. So that's awesome. My dad
sure.
said he was stationed there. So he knows about what you're talking about. Okay.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Just having a great time. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all doing? Huh? Yeah, the game is tonight. That's correct.
Monday.
Oh, no, the game Monday. I'm sorry, I said the game Monday.
Yeah, Monday. So y'all good. Yeah.
So I apologize for being on the other side of it, but like I said, the show must go on.
Man. But we appreciate you. We appreciate you checking in, my guy.
Sure, man.
How long we got you for?
I'm here, man. Well, till I guess the festivities start or whatever. I mean, I'll move in and out, but let's see if we can work through my madness.
Okay. All right. Well. Oh. Okay. As y'all can see, man, we're doing a live view of Corey Davis in Santa Rosa, Florida, and he's actually doing a little sporting right now, and this is the walk affair,
I
right?
need to get paid to be on.
So somebody just said they need to be paid to get on. You know,
I'm having my publicist reach out to y'all.
that is Kanisha's. She look. That's where it comes from.
I am
You know,
going to have my
Yeah,
publicist.
it don't fall too far from that tree.
Okay. All right.
You should know this. Not so
Hey, well, let's go ahead and jump on in, man, while we got you on.
Let's do it.
So I want to start here, man, since I got you on, the Georgia Bulldog himself. There is, and we'll give a big shout out to our sponsor in a second. But
You probably want to help him take that down.
we will start.
Oh no, the
here.
girls can walk down. That's not number them. They can walk down the steps.
I thought I had it. Oh Lord, I don't have it. All right, so yes, I do. I'm sorry. There we go. All right, so the Georgia Bulldogs came out with their 2023 schedule. They're getting a lot of flack. They're catching a lot of heat. And I want to say, man, I'm looking at this schedule. It don't look like it's impressive. So they start off with UT Martin. Then they play Ball State. Then they play South Carolina. Then UAB. These are all at home. Then they go on the road to Auburn. Then they come back home versus Kentucky. Then they go to Vanderbilt in Florida. Back home to Missouri, Ole Miss, at Tennessee, and at Georgia Tech to finish the season off.
Week. Every week for defending champ.
Defending champ.
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Let me get my wire together. So let me chime in on that, man. Let me tell you. Let me give y'all a better view while I gives my opinion.
That's a beautiful view. I like that view.
Yeah.
There you go. Move to the right a little bit.
To the right.
Yeah, right there. No, but you got to go down some. You.
Here. You want to go down? You want me to go down there?
No,
that's where
I just want your head to go down some.
Here.
There you go. That's nice. All right, go. Best team can be the Thunder. All right. So talk to me about your schedule. What's going on with your schedule, man?
I'm gonna be
defending champions.
100 with it. Okay, so it is the defending champions. Now, most of the time, it's not Georgia that puts this schedule together. Now we do we do add we do pick, like I said, our homecoming. We pick, that one or two under majors, but at the same time, it's the same schedule that, remember when Florida was running the gambit, when they were number one, it's the same type of schedule. I'm not saying when Alabama ran it, but you play the same amount of teams. What is it besides that homecoming, that one mid-major, that one, how to say it, I guess like a SWAC team, whatever. What else do you want them to do? It's no different than any schedule that they've had before. Now, it may seem a little weak, but what would you suggest that they do outside of what powers that they have in order to put their schedule together? It's the same thing. Now, I want to be fair. You still got to win all the games, but I've seen this type of the same type of schedule happen when Florida was on top doing those what's his name, left-handed guy,
Tebow.
Yeah, Tebow. The Tebow days. Yeah, it's not bad. It's the schedule that Georgia gets the flack, or at the same time, how fair is it that they put Georgia on the hot seat when it's not Georgia that puts the schedule together? It's the SEC. Now on here, where's the unfairness that you just posted, Gabe? Tell me where the unfairness is for this schedule.
UT Martin, Ball State, UAB.
Everybody else is SEC.
Yeah, everybody else is SEC.
So right, you gave me 3 teams. Everything else is already manufactured because it's an SEC team. So besides the UT Martin, the Ball State, But there, now remember, we're going into that phase where Ball State is falling into that group with the USC's. I mean, the UCFs and all those smallest, the Boise States and all of those, where they at one point they may have been good. Now they're trying to get back up, but they're trying to put them back into the national championship spotlight. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Ball State did win 10 games last year, right? I mean, who's to say that they're not going to be tougher this year? Now, I don't know about UT Martin, but I'm saying help me out here if I'm not mistaken with that Ball State, but what is Georgia supposed to do in this case? Deny it or say we don't want to play them?
Did y'all? It seems like they're SEC teams. But did y'all try to play the tougher SEC teams, or
we don't get to choose though, right? We don't put
choose SEC. Yeah, it rotates.
Yeah, we don't get to choose. Some games are gonna, like you say, are gonna be automatic. But we don't get to choose the schedule that's put together for Georgia. We don't. Excuse me, guys.
Well, I guess to be fair to Corey, I guess the only difference between this year's schedule and last year's schedule, you started out with Oregon, which are shellacked.
Okay.
You start with tough, but then you played Sanford.
You need help?
No. They played Kent State, Missouri, Auburn, Vanderbilt, Florida, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Georgia Tech, and LSU. And that was, I guess, the LSU game was in the SEC championship. So, I guess to be fair to him,
the same schedule, basically.
Only thing difference about this year's schedule and last year's schedule is they started out with a hype game that was thought to be hyped. When they started out with Oregon and they shellacked Oregon.
Remember, it was the same way like last year. Yeah.
I guess it's pretty much the same schedule. They got different, smaller schools than they do here, but I guess to be fair, it's about the same schedule.
Isn't Texas A&M SEC as well?
And not next
yes.
year. Yeah, Texas A&M next year. I thought you were talking about Texas. Yeah, Texas A&M, but the team they rotate the teams they play in the SEC.
But they played these same teams last year. So when they gonna rotate, right?
What you mean? Who played the same teams last year? Texas or Texas A&M? Who you talking about?
Y'all did.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bunch of, huh?
When y'all gonna rotate?
We're rotating like, huh? I'm talking about the SEC puts this together. The SEC puts this together, not Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, on a rotating, I don't even know if it's called a rotating schedule, but it is a changing schedule. Okay. Is Florida on there?
Yeah, Florida. You always play Florida.
You always play Florida. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Is Georgia Tech on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you always play unless you're right. Supposed to be
that's my point. I'm saying that's my point. I'm saying some of these teams are going to stay there. South Carolina, are they on there? Yep. Yes. And some of those teams, like I said, they're going to stay on that schedule because that's who we played. Right. And every now and then they'll flip flop, like I said, in Auburn. We'll get Alabama. We'll get who else? What am I missing here? That's pretty tough. Like Tennessee,
Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, right. But I'm saying at the same time, we'll get those teams, but like the OG was talking about, sometimes it will change here and there. It will rotate or it will kind of shift itself. But this is not something that Georgia is doing. This is the SEC that puts this together, or the NCAA for the most part too. We don't build the schedule, but they do get an opportunity to say, okay, we'll play this when they play up. Or that one year we played Notre Dame. Like you said, or Oregon last year, where they was like, oh my God, they're starting out the blocks with Oregon, and like you said, it was a mollywop.
So
sometimes you'll get.
So colleges they can't really pick the teams that they want to play. Like you can't make your schedule tougher or softer. Is what you're telling me?
I think you can bid for it, but the only I think you only get, if I'm not mistaken, somebody help me out here, but you only get some say for your homecoming game. I think you'll get, like I said, one mid-major or one team that's outside of your normal network or whatever, or your normal litany of players. Like you said, when we played Notre Dame, or when we play Oregon. We normally don't, face those. And then I think like we played Sanford for homecoming, or the year that they bid it, to have Southern come and play against them. Some of those, you get to choose, but I don't think they get to choose the whole 100% of the schedule.
Right.
They'll get their say with a few. But now I'm not saying that they choose, UT Martin, they choose UCF or whatever. But some of these teams are, because they're getting better, they're moving up. You want to put the bid in for Georgia, and I guess sometimes you got to go, okay, we'll give you your shot, and then we'll give you a shot early, because that's the best time that you want to do that, just to make sure that your team is pretty much doing what it's supposed to do. Now, do you remember that there's a movie, The Longest Yard? There was when the coach was like, when Adam Sandler, his character was like, well, you gotta put a mid-major in there, put a Division II team in there, beat the living snot out of them to get their confidence right. I guarantee you, if you look at Alabama's schedule, or if you look at, let's say Ohio State, which we've criticized their schedules for years. They've been weak for years. Huh?
I got this schedule.
Which
Ohio
one?
State schedule.
Alabama?
Ohio State.
Ohio State? Okay. Talk to me.
You got Alabama or Ohio State?
Ohio State.
All right, let's hear it.
They started out with Indiana. Then they play Youngstown State.
Another W.
Western
W.
Kentucky. Then they go to Notre Dame.
Okay.
They play Maryland at home. They go to Purdue. They play Penn State at home. They go to Wisconsin, to Rutgers, Michigan State at home, Minnesota at home, and then they go to Michigan.
Sounds like
okay, now I'm just being honest here.
Okay.
All right, so G, when you heard that schedule, just like how I did, was there anything to make you go, ooh, hey, yeah, no?
That Michigan, I think those brought some attention, but I know that's regular. They play them every year. I thought Wisconsin was a good one. I thought Wisconsin
sure
was supposed to be
that's
a good
three.
One. That's a Big Ten. That's the Big Ten, right? Or Big 12. Wisconsin is, right? So I thought the first three games, just kind of like your first three, were like, what the heck, what is this?
Yeah.
So I've kind of felt like they kind of slacked off in the beginning, but I felt like it got stronger. Rutgers and Maryland. I thought Maryland had a pretty good squad last year, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Why I got your attention this way? I want you to do me a favor while you're saying that. I need you to look up one, because I know I'm here. I want you to look up Florida State, and then OG, if you don't mind, Alabama.
Okay.
Because I hate that we're having to defend, my Bulldogs in this manner. But like I said, we just looked at, your number 2 ranked team, I think, in Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Ohio State, maybe number 3. But like I said, I know we knew Florida State is going to look great next year. Then there's also, you got, like I said, Alabama, who is always there, who's always competitive. Nevertheless, we want to be fair in this assessment of these teams, right?
Yeah. All right.
We weren't blown away with Ohio State. The OG just called that one out. So what's your Florida State?
I was a little more impressed with what they had, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Right. So we start off at LSU.
All right, tough.
All right. Then we got Southern Miss.
Southern Miss.
All right. Then we got Boston College.
So wait a minute. So let me start. So when you right there, you got 2 SEC teams to come out the blocks. All right, that's tough. Gotcha.
All right.
He said Southern Miss.
Southern Miss. Yes.
Yeah, Southern Miss. Okay.
Yeah, Southern Miss.
So what's Southern Miss? It's not
SEC.
It's not SEC.
I'm saying, what are they?
Well, I had no idea.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what conference.
Southern Mississippi. Okay. All right. So they're mid-major.
I think they're mid-major. Yeah, mid-major.
Okay. So LSU. Okay. All right. Continue.
All right. And so then after that, they got Boston College.
Austin. All right.
Then they go up to Clemson.
Okay. All right.
And home to Virginia Tech.
Tech hadn't been as strong as they should be. Go ahead.
All right. Syracuse, who was balling out last year, fell off towards the end. Duke, who
They lost their
Duke
QB.
lost the QB. Yeah, they lost the QB. Wake Forest, Pittsburgh, Miami, Florida, North Alabama, and the University of Florida.
All right. If you graded that one, what's your grade on it?
That's a tough schedule right there. I mean, I'm not a tough schedule, but that's a tougher schedule than I believe all that I've heard from these first two teams. I think Syracuse actually was pretty doggone good last year. I want to say they were.
So a lot of the ACC teams that don't get a whole lot of burn in terms of ranking.
Even Duke, I think Duke had a good year last year.
But okay, a lot of those have lost their quarterbacks, and Duke was okay, and then they even lost their coach, if I'm not mistaken, to having good seasons in the last 2-3 years.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Right.
But okay, I feel all right. OG, what you got?
All right, Alabama. They start out with Middle Tennessee State.
Ooh.
Then they played Texas.
Oh,
Tough.
that's tough.
Then they're actually playing at South Florida.
Okay.
University of South Florida.
Yep.
USF.
South Florida Bulls. Yep.
USF. Okay.
Then they come back home for Ole Miss. They go to Mississippi State. They go to Texas A&M. They play Arkansas at home. Tennessee at home. LSU at home. Then they go to Kentucky. I guess this is probably gonna be homecoming. They play Chattanooga. And then of course they finish up with Auburn.
Damn.
So they are pretty stacked.
That's a championship schedule.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
So who did they say had the toughest schedule in the NCAA right now?
I don't know.
Wow. Okay, because that ain't gonna lie, that is impressive. Yes. What does South Carolina have? Well, they say because I know they ended up finishing up pretty tough last year too. That's what I'm trying to figure out why Georgia has such criticism. Well, I can see if you compare it to the Alabama schedule, sure.
I got it right here.
All right, there we go.
It says that this the top, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess top 8. It's got Alabama number 1.
What we just heard.
They're saying Notre Dame number 2. This says Missouri Tigers number 3.
Yeah, I can see that. They play a lot of tough teams.
Michigan Wolverines number 4. Georgia Tech number 5. Ohio State 6. Mississippi State 7 and Wisconsin 8. Where's the rest of them? I missed the rest.
Wisconsin 8 with the toughest schedule.
Yeah.
So I got a little different.
9.
What you got, G?
This is from Sports Illustrated. They have. Hold on. They got it going from 10 down. So let me go all the way back to the. Let me see. Go all the way back. The hardest schedule is South Carolina. It says South Carolina has the hardest schedule. Then
Sports Illustrated got South Carolina.
Yes. Why do I keep on going back to the top? Dang it. Yeah, South Carolina at number 1 with the hardest schedule. Number 2 is, and this number 2 is Michigan State. Number 3 is West Virginia. Number 4 is Ole Miss. Number 5 is Missouri. Number 6
You ain't named Alabama yet.
Number 6 is Houston.
Oh, have you even named the SEC team besides South Carolina?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Florida, they
Florida.
tied for number 6. Number 7, Iowa State.
Back team.
8, they got Ohio State at 8.
Wow.
When we just went over their schedule,
Yeah.
and we said it,
Yeah.
and they got them at 8. All right, so I don't know about the credibility of Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated. So
Yeah.
where'd your shows come from, OG?
Kansas State got them at 9, and number 10 they got Kentucky at 10. So they don't
So
even.
Florida.
They don't
So
even
Florida
have
State ain't there. Yeah, you didn't name. Yeah.
Florida State, Georgia. They only have Alabama. Not having Alabama in there is robbery. I don't understand that.
So you want to hear South Carolina's schedule?
Yeah.
Okay, South Carolina starts out in the Duke's Mayo Classic with North Carolina. Then they play Furman. Then they play Georgia, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Florida, Missouri, Texas A&M. They get a break with Jacksonville State, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Clemson.
So, and this, it's crazy. So, like I said, Florida, they lost their quarterback. Tennessee, they lost their quarterback and star wide receiver. You got a lot of these teams who lost a lot of players to the draft. Nevertheless, I'm kind of curious as to, and I'm not, like I said, I ain't dogging because I think I like South Carolina's quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I know they coming, with some fire next year. I'm looking forward to that being a good game. But some of these rankings or some of these, like I said, credible sources are, a little suspect to me.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And so,
but I will say, to lastly say about what y'all came up with in terms of analytics from what we've just discussed, I can see why the criticism for Georgia, but I just know that they're more than just Georgia that have questionable schedules. You know what I mean?
Right now is I'm looking at another one, Yahoo Sports. It says Ole Miss has the toughest schedule out of everybody, and they have Alabama with the 18th toughest schedule in 2023.
I already see where this is going. So these like Yahoo, Sports Illustrated. I don't know where OG say got his, but these are at this point now. I'm seeing people who are either. I went to South Carolina, or I went to Georgia, or I went to Ole Miss. They got the toughest schedule ever, So
Right.
How are we to find out, who has the toughest schedule? At this point, it seems like we won't know. But as analysts, we're criticizing what schedules have been put together by the powers that be. Yeah. So it's a little different for us to kind of make a strong assessment when we're doing the same thing that they've done.
Yeah.
Right?
And I would figure they would know more about what's going on with these schools if they've lost coaches, if they lost top players on their squad. I think we're just looking at it from what we know from last year. So I'm sure they probably will have a little more in-depth knowledge of what's going on those teams. But from the looks of it and from our eyes, it looks like Alabama has a tough schedule, and it looks like Georgia has a pretty soft schedule right now. Yeah. So I ain't gonna say that, but it.
Look. You had to add a competitive schedule. Yeah, but. Now, okay. So let me ask y'all an opinion before we jump off of it. Does this change how y'all feel about Georgia going into this 23, season?
I think for me it hurts because let's say you do go undefeated.
Okay.
Now, what is everybody going to do? They're going to go back and look at that schedule, and if it comes down to, well, should they be number 1 or should they be number 3? Because look who they played. If Alabama goes undefeated and Georgia goes undefeated, who should be number 1?
Okay, I got an answer for that. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead, OG.
I got a question to add. I got another question to add to that. The other thing that's going to add to that too is they're going to have to take into consideration how the teams do that they play against too. So and I guess I don't know if that plays a part in it or not, but I think it should, because if you got Alabama's playing teams and their team record, the team they play against end up with this hypothetical all losing records, but some of the teams that Georgia play against, they do pretty good, then that means that Georgia beat a better, even though it sounds bad, that means that Georgia beat a tougher schedule than Alabama did. If you follow what I'm heading with this, meaning how those teams do and perform, other than when they play Georgia and Alabama.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So and then in my mind, all right, I think they all, the reason for the schedule was to look the way they are. I'm not saying the reason, but the one caveat that we can take from this is Alabama has a new quarterback. Georgia's going to have a new quarterback. Like you said, Florida. You can name Ohio State. There are going to be a lot of new teams, just new development. Like I said, we lost 17 players. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, I ain't asking for a break, but we lost 17 players to the draft. I think Alabama went too far behind us, but this was like a Georgia free-for-all fest. This draft for Georgia player this year, but we may not be the same team. We may need, this may be a break that's needed in this new schedule that's coming up. But who knows? You may have something there. But I know this is not the same team. Alabama won't have the same team. Ohio State not gonna have the same team. Tennessee, I can name a bunch of schools that it starts all over again. But you may have something. But I just hope that we take the the best opportunity to prove y'all wrong. Come week 17. Or how many weeks is
and looking at the rankings, the preseason rankings, Georgia only plays 2 teams that are in the top 25 as of right now. And that is LSU and Florida right now.
Okay. Okay.
You say Georgia?
Yes.
They don't play LSU.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tennessee and Florida. Tennessee and Florida.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So yeah. So okay. Well, we'll see, man. Best of luck to y'all. I hate the fact that y'all gonna have to deal with that the whole season. The schedule.
It's hardly been fair for Georgia over the years.
It seems like you won't be tested. It seems like you're not being tested at all.
And this brings up a valid point, because you remember, I can't remember what year it was, but you remember when Clemson was number 1?
They didn't play nobody.
And they didn't play nobody, and they dropped it down to number 4?
Yeah.
And they didn't lose the game?
Yep.
Yeah.
And like James said, man, champions don't get a break. And my dad said the same thing. Clemson, they have these type of schedules when they're winning too. And I think that cost them. Like OG just said, that cost them. So what's up, Big Stan? Welcome on, Big Dog. Gideon, welcome on, Big Homie, man. Welcome on. And Rodney Little John, man. Appreciate you rocking with us, baby. All right. Hey, so let's move on, man. The NBA Finals, 3-1. 3-1. The Denver Nuggets took a commanding lead, winning both games in Miami. After Miami stole one in Denver, Denver comes back and does not allow them to build momentum off of that win that they had up in Denver. Not beating them for the first time in the playoffs. Denver losing that one home game. We know that the Miami Heat are a remarkable team. They are a resilient team. They deal with adversity well. Do they have enough in them to take this one game at a time? Do what the Boston Celtics did to them, and push the Denver Nuggets?
No.
Hey, all I can say is vocal cords are being warmed up right now.
Oh wow, Fat Lady singing.
Yeah.
Man.
Damn. So I need to go to my resident Miami Heat fan right now. The one who said Miami was about the. I can't see his face right now. There we go. Yeah, the one who was with Miami along with my cousin Phil Harris, man. Talk to me, Corey, man. Give me what kind of hope do we have?
I don't have any. I'm sorry. I don't have any hope. I'm sorry. I don't even have a quote. I don't have a comment. But I do have a kudos to Djokovic. You know what I mean? This is my new Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know.
That boy would jump off that boat fast, boy.
I think last show we had a discussion about whether he was a superstar or not, and y'all were stressing the fact that he didn't have a shoe deal.
Yeah.
So he's not a superstar.
I'm sorry.
And I disagree with that statement.
Guys, give me 1 second. I gotta take a photo with the fam, and I'll be right back. Continue.
Go ahead. So OG, you were saying that you totally disagree with the fact that him not being a superstar because he didn't have a shoe deal, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely a superstar in your mind now.
Anybody that's seen this playoff series, I don't see how they could think different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this dude does everything. You know, me and my brother was talking. I can't remember which game it was. I can't remember if it was game 3 or 4. At halftime, this dude was upset because he only had 4 assists as a center.
Yeah.
He was upset because he didn't have but 4 assists as a center at halftime.
Yeah. For a center.
Yeah. Not a guard, a center.
So is that stat pattern?
How is that stat pattern?
I'm just saying. I mean, I know for some people we call it stat pattern.
Because this dude getting his team involved and giving legitimate assists?
No, I don't think it's stat pattern, but I've heard when other players do it, it's called stat.
Who we talking about?
Oh, Joker. You know,
Joker.
He was saying Joker. Hey, that water looked pretty back there, boy. Man. That was it almost like you're in the island somewhere, boy. You sure you're in Florida?
Hey man, I ain't go that far. You can drive.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, James said Joker is better than Duncan. Wow.
No, I'm not saying. I'm sorry. Huh?
You enjoying the beach?
I am enjoying the beach. Thank you, Austin. My son just asked me if I was enjoying, the beach.
Austin, that's very nice of you. Are you enjoying the beach?
Yeah, of course.
Are you enjoying it? He said, yeah, of course.
I'm on the beach.
Now, Joker has to get 5 championships, if he's going to be better than Duncan. But I was giving him that kudos because those fundamentals are ridiculous. I watched this dude with a different look because I was upset that, because I know you said I jump ship, but hey man, listen, winners try to be around winners. They don't, at the sight of losing, hey man, watch out, man. You know how Don King used to, Don King would, remember when Don King would have you promoted, then when you lose, he'd be in the corner with the other dude, like, yeah, this is who I chose. Don King didn't give a crap about none of that. The minute you lost, it's over. I'm not saying I'm like him, but listen to me carefully. They got to show some resilience. You know what I'm saying? They look. Bam Adebayo can't hold Djokovic. Just straight up, he can't. They need a bigger guy. Now, I don't know what it was about Miami when they started Kevin Love. It's like, we're going to win the game, and then we're going to put him right back on the bench. Why do that? Stick with the plan that you had. Bring him off the bench and then hope that, you can hold down Denver as long as you can. But then at the same time, when you got both of their star players getting triple doubles, you're not going to win like that. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Jimmy Buckets is not a superstar, to go back to OG's comment, but you got to play like a superstar. You can't say, my bad, we're going to play better next time. Look, remember when Apollo Creed said, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. What's the matter with you? That's how I feel. I wish I could come into that locker room and ask them that. What's the matter with you? Tomorrow. We'll play tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. I have jumped ship. Now, if they win a game, I will feel better and then go back.
No, you
But
can't
right
do
now, okay. All right. But
Phil
let's
said one
let's
game at a
keep
time. It's one game at a time. At this point, the Heat in 7.
the
What?
Heat in 7.
Phil, you need to DM me, man. We need to talk about some
The Heat in 7.
some potential wagers.
So am I right by saying that they finna go back to Denver to play 2 games, or is it 1-2-1 the rest of the way?
1-1-1.
1-1-1.
1-1-1 Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
1-1-1, man.
If I
All
could
right,
be
so
one-
let's
never gonna be
speak from
1-1-1.
all right, so let's speak from a fantasy standpoint, guys. All right, so like I said, if I did jump back ship, but like I said, I'm doing this because I don't have no big, how to say I ain't got no big chip in this, on the table. But if they come back from 3-1, how would you rank this Miami team?
Far as what ranking? What do you mean ranking?
Like, from an AFC, the dude is, I think I said last week, they playing with house money anyway. You know what I'm saying? But this is an AC that's done the improbable because they've had a whole bunch of, turns go their way. But if they did win this, how would you rank this 8th seed? How would you rank their championship?
I think this is a remarkable run by the Miami Heat. To do what they've done, to be where they are right now, I count it as a win. I know for Miami Heat fans and the Miami Heat players, I don't believe they believe in moral victories. But for a guy who doesn't have a dog in the fight, I think the Miami Heat have had a very successful season. I know in their eyes, this is where they expected to be at. But from my point of view, as just like I said, a fan without a dog in the fight, I think they've had a very, very great season, and they should have something to be proud of and something to build off of too. So,
well, I got 5,280 reasons why they won't win.
Oh, I thought you said dollars. Okay,
And that's the number of feet above sea level.
Damn! Oh man! Wow. Okay. Wow.
I think that's gonna play a part, as well as Denver going back home and don't want to allow a repeat of what happened in game 2. They don't want to go back to Miami. They want to seal this deal at home in front of their home crowd. No pressure at game 7. Go ahead and seal the deal. Gentlemen, sweet.
let me ask y'all this, and Phil brought up and this could be what is going on. I think it might be something else, but he says no excuses, but he thinks Jimmy is playing hurt. James Littlejohn kind of seconds that notion, saying, right, Phil, Butler is not playing like Jimmy freaking Butler, and that's what Miami needs. But is it
Y'all think that ankle is still there?
But is it that, or is it Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon being able to guard him and switch off on him? Bigger players who can move. I think we said this in the beginning of the series. He's going to have to go up against bigger players that can move, jump, have long arms as well to make it difficult on him. Is it that? Have y'all seen a injured looking Jimmy Butler?
What if he did get the shot? But no, I'm not gonna go there. I don't want to tag on that one. If I gave anybody, I need Martin. You know what I'm saying? I need Robbins. I need Hero to act as his namesake and just try to fake. Get out there. It's not even his shooting hand. Try. You know what I'm saying? I need Spoelstra to get these kudos that I was giving him last week. I can't put it all on Butler. I can't. He's not a Michael Jordan, but
Not a who?
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Did I say something wrong?
I just want to make sure you said that.
What I mean is, we don't see Butler willing a team by himself on multiple occasions. I don't see him Kobe Bryant in this thing. I see him, changing the game, but even if we did, we need Butler to. I need a 40-point game out of him. That's how you win.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all see that amazing stat last game? What was it? 30, 20, and 10 by Joker. That was the first time they ever did that, right?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like you said, the first time I think two players on the same team had triple doubles in the same game in the championship. So my brother, let me show this. My brother mentioned something to me the other day too. That his not only I guess his ankle, but they say his father's not doing well either.
His father?
Remember his real daddy dipped.
Well, I guess whoever close to him.
And his mama dipped too, man. He got a whole you mean his surrogate family.
His mama didn't dip. His mama kicked him out.
But I'm saying, is he talking about the surrogate family that the family that tipped him in? Okay. I got you. Okay, then I got it.
Could they be playing a part too?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The family that helped him get the Marquette and all that.
Yeah, the white family. Yeah, the white family.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That
could be playing a part. That could be playing a part.
I was standing by my statement. Gentleman Sweet.
Okay. And honestly, man, he's playing a lot of minutes. And I kind of agree with what my dad is saying, man. Butler is, I think, is who he's being guarded by. He's having to really work hard for those points, and he's averaging 40 plus minutes out of a 48-minute game. He's averaging probably 42, 43 minutes a game.
But how much is Joker and Murray playing? They playing a lot of minutes too.
Yeah, they're playing 44, 45 minutes as well. Yeah. So they're averaging 40. All of them are averaging 40 minutes a game. Yeah, all of them are averaging about 40 minutes a game.
I apologize once again.
Hey, he didn't say nothing about no Lakers, did he? Did he say Lakers?
No.
He didn't say Lakers, did he?
You got pull up the game right now.
He didn't? Okay.
Brandon, watch out. You gotta look up, Brandon. That's the podcast for, man.
Yeah, that's y'all got the 5 pick going and everything.
Let him talk to Ashley. Bro, you gonna have like 15,000 viewers after the game. What happened to golf? They barely won that game. Okay, I don't have to
Listen, I apologize. They said they ready for me to participate.
Hey,
go ahead.
I hear you. All right, man. So tomorrow night, this could be the end of the finals, man, and it could be Denver's first championship ever.
All right, Brandon, here.
I'm excited about man, but I would like to see some more games go on.
And tell them the Cowboys still suck.
Hey, watch your mouth. Tell them watch your mouth now. Watch your mouth. I heard that.
So you want Miami to win, or you want Denver to take?
I want Miami to win one more game. I don't want to be without any more sport.
You better record this game so you can watch it over and over.
Because it's over. He said, because it's over.
Yeah. Look, Jay said, Corey, they play better than you.
That's what. I'm sorry, that messed up. I'm sorry.
Butler was homeless for a minute, man. So I'm gonna mute you real fast, big dog. There we go. So I had to mute him real fast, man. So hey, let's go on to the NBA draft, June 22nd, I believe it is. Is that right, OG? Can you?
I haven't been following. I think so. That sounds right.
There we go.
My bad. Yo, my mic. I was too loud.
Yeah. The music. It was the music. I ain't
Oh,
want
I'm sorry.
I ain't
My bad.
want to get copywritten on it. That's all.
Oh, I was at my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good.
I move.
No, you good. So NBA draft June 22nd, I believe it
You're
is.
right. Yeah.
All right. The Spurs get the #1 pick. Everybody's saying Wembanyana. Wembanyana, the 7'5" Frenchman. They say he's possibly the next greatest thing coming into the league. He's about $185.
Right. 7 feet tall.
7'5". What do y'all like about this kid? And do y'all think he will make an immediate impact for the San Antonio Spurs when he gets in?
Now, it's hard for me to say because I haven't really seen him. I've seen highlights. I guess when we were talking about when the Spurs got the lottery pick and they throw him in. But it's gonna be hard to say until he gets in the league. You know, being that tall and 185 pounds, he had to bulk up a little bit. Can you imagine him going against Joker?
They say they're gonna play him at the 4.
Oh, he gonna play him at the 4.
At the 4.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Durant.
He do some weird stuff as a European player. You know, he get the ball a bit more. He does a lot of dribbling. He does a lot of you know, like saying trying to cross people over like he's a point guard at 7 feet tall. I don't think you'll be able to play that type of game in the NBA. Now, me honestly, my #1 pick is that kid out of Alabama. But I do understand that this dude is a one in a lifetime kind of pick, and the Spurs have done well with their European counterparts, you know, or their European players. They've gotten the most out of, you know, the kids that are coming from, you know, Europe and wherever Yugoslavia is, and you know they've done a great job with that. And hopefully Pop will be the guy for this kid. But I'll go with the kid from Alabama, me personally.
Brandon Miller. 6'9".
6'9". He's lanky. He has to put on a little more weight too.
Yeah,
but,
all of them. Right.
But they say he got a pretty smooth stroke. I mean, I think we've seen him play, especially in the tournament, where he didn't really have his best outings. But they're liking what Scooter Henderson. Yeah, what Scoot Henderson is bringing. I didn't realize he was so short though.
Where's he coming from?
6'2".
6'2".
He in the G League.
Yeah, in the G League.
They got him at 6'2". In this.
Yeah.
A G League guy? I mean, what did he play in college before?
The elite league. The Ignite. The G League Ignite team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have y'all seen him play?
I've seen him play in high school. I haven't seen him play at the Ignite. He actually played in the All-Star game. So they allowed the G League Ignite to play in the All-Star game as well.
Okay.
Honestly, I wasn't that impressed with him. They're comparing him to a young D Rose.
Okay. Oh, I'd love to see some clips of that kid.
Yeah, that's the build, and that's the way he plays is a young D Rose. So, and of course, that he's probably not going to be as amazing as people think he will be, but he'll probably still be a top 20 player in the league in a few years. Oh, Wembanyana.
Okay.
I can't wait, man. I got my buddy Terrence Clark, man, is a huge Spurs fan, and as soon as they got the #1 pick, he said, "Mortimer, we're back." So he was super excited about this pick. So he thinks him paired with another star.
That's the trading place.
That trading places. Yeah, that trading places. Mortimer, we're back. So I don't see it. Man. I think it's gonna be tough for them to get back on track with him in there. So especially with him being the #1 man. If he's just a fill-in piece, yeah. But if he's gonna be your guy, I'm not sold on him yet.
fellas, I apologize. I got some activity. I'm gonna have to pull a Prince. Hey, look, I gotta go pick my kid up.
My battery running out. My battery.
Right. Big shout out for Big Prince wherever he is, but that's just it all for him. But
Yeah. Hey, we understand, man. We understand. We will get in the game on. We'll try to do this game on Wednesday. We had a game for you. We'll try to get it on Wednesday.
Wait a minute, what's the game? What's the game?
You got 10 questions. You better get it on Wednesday.
Okay.
It's the OG. It's the OG's game. It's the OG's game.
It's ugly. Yeah. It's a test anyway. Everybody got time.
It's not gonna be that bad this time because y'all ain't done the game lately to try to get me. So it's not gonna be that bad.
I'm trying to get you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd love to redo that on Wednesday. Try to become a part of what's going on with my wife's family and stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, big dog. Go ahead. Tell them we said hello and appreciate all their support.
No, it's the same. Like I said, the same crew that came and supported us. For the Adaptive Life tournament. So like I said, we wanted to do the same, and like I said, one of the twins had put together, this wonderful group. Like I said, Kanisha Health Group, they never get together as often as most, but yeah, so we came down here. But at the same time, let's see if I can take some pictures. I did some golfing today. Here in Florida, I brought my clubs. I did, so I want to tell both of y'all, listen, y'all rubbing off on me. I didn't do well, but I brought my clubs here. We golfed at look, big shout out to Bayside Country Club. Like I said, we came in and we did 9. I did 9. I didn't do 18.
That's right over there in Panama City, right? Bayside?
It's about 38 miles from there.
Okay.
From Panama City. Yeah. So we weren't close to it, but about 38 miles away. But like I said, it was. I can see the difference in green, sort of like how we did at the tournament. I'm coming. But like I said, there are some tournament places out here that I don't. I mean, it was a lot of water. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I gave the drink a lot of golf balls. The balls that you gave me are gone. Listen. But at the same time, and then they were golfing a lot faster than what I was used to. You know what I'm saying? They had people coming behind us. I love to tell y'all about that. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm gonna talk to y'all about me and my experience. But yeah, man, let me get with it, and
go ahead,
I appreciate y'all being patient with me, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you need to holler at me about them golf balls, Corey.
Oh,
I'm for real. Holler at me about the golf balls. We'll talk.
What? I get some more?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay, all right. That what's up. All right, fam. Well, I'll holler at y'all in a minute, man. Y'all finish strong, man.
Oh, for sure, brother. For sure.
Hey, enjoy your family, man. Have a great time.
Enjoy your family, man.
Hey, well, we're leaving tomorrow. We're leaving Tuesday, so I'm going to work Tuesday, but we're driving back in to, back to Atlanta on Tuesday. So, like I said, we had to fit this in, so I use a day. I'm coming.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Brody.
Later.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Family is great. All right, so Big Cat, OG. Big Cat is possibly on the move, man. The Minnesota Timberwolves said they are open to making a trade for this kid. And we talked about it. I mean, this is one of the topics that we said we would talk about. But before we jump into that, man, let's give our wonderful sponsor, man, a big shout out, Mr. Alvin Jameson.
Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you.
All right, man. Thanks once again, Mr. Alvin Jameson. And make sure y'all check him out, man. If y'all have bought you a home and you're looking for or in the process of buying a home or or trying to refinance your home, man, check out Alvin Jameson, man. He will get you the best rates possible for your purchase, man. You don't want to make a mistake and go with somebody you cannot trust. Go with the one we can trust. That's Alvin Jameson. All right, man. So back to a person that I think you can trust when he plays, and that's Big Cat. He's an all-star. He's a perennial all-star. One of the best scoring big men in the league. He can hit you from the inside, he can hit you from the outside, he can block shots. I think he can be a key piece to a team making a run. OG, man, what teams do you feel he can make an immediate impact on, and a team that can actually move some pieces to bring them in to make that run?
And see, that's the magic question.
Mm-hmm.
Moving some pieces, because I'm not sure what Minnesota is asking for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a proponent of this multiplayer for one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can totally dismantle your team by trying to do that, and then that one player that comes in, is he going to be the player that's going to be able to get you there?
Right.
That's the thing you have to wait on. But just right off the hip, I think Phil made a good point. Miami could use him, especially showing that Bam is not. Bam probably needs to be at the 4 and actually bring a true center in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about Atlanta also, for them to have a true center. But the magic question is what are these teams will have to give up to bring him in? Is it going to be good or harmful? And I give Phoenix Suns as an example. The Phoenix Suns got KD, but they gave away their whole bench.
Mm-hmm.
So when those two players got tired, they had nobody to come in and fill in. So I think that was part of the downfall for them not going further in the playoffs. So I don't know. I just think those two teams right off the bat, but it's all about how that trade works out. To me, it's gonna have to work out with it's good for my team, and I'm not gonna dismount my team and put us in a position where we won't be better than what we are right now.
Mm-hmm. Those are two very good teams. I like, of course, I have a little stock in this Atlanta Hawks, but I really like that possible pickup with him coming to the Hawks. I think they have enough pieces that they can give them maybe two pieces and still be okay. And for me, somebody like a DeAndre Hunter and maybe let's see, what big do they have that they can get rid of? Let me see if I can think of.
What about the big to come off the bench? I can't remember his name.
Oh no, you don't want. You talking about Oh?
Don't give him up.
No, you want to try to keep him.
What about the starting center? You got to give up one of them. If you give up a big,
but they don't need a big.
Oh, that's right, because they got
they got the big boy.
But they need somebody. Do they have somebody to back him up though?
Yeah, they got a bench. They got a one coming off the bench.
Okay, so they don't need a big, but
yeah, they don't need a big. A starting big.
See, what I can envision is that if they come to Atlanta, they could try to go. You know who they go try to go after?
Oh,
Trey.
You think they're gonna go after Trey?
And that's why I say, when you make these type of trades, if I'm a head coach and the GM, I don't want to make a trade that's go not be better for my team and be able to help us progress further to get to that ultimate goal. You don't want to put and I know you say, well, you can go out and do other pick up other players, but you don't know if that opportunity is going to be out there for other players or not.
Yeah.
So that's my only concern about that is when we have these type of trades, like Phil said, like I've always said, these multiplayers for one, it usually don't work out for the team to give up the multiplayers.
Right. I would ask for. I would give them DeAndre Hunter and Bruno Fernando. 6'10", young player out of overseas. They think he has a little potential in him, but we all know DeAndre Hunter can be a pretty decent player under the right system. I don't think he's getting. Maybe Coach Quinn can get the best out of him, but the other coaches haven't got the best out of DeAndre Hunter. So talented, man. His ceiling is sky high. Like his ceiling is way higher than what John Collins' ceiling is. That's why I'll be willing to give him up more so than John Collins. I think he'll get more for him than you will with John Collins.
No, okay.
So that'd be a good spot for him. Minnesota, not Minnesota. I'm sorry, Memphis. That'd be a good spot as well. They got some stuff they got to deal with there though.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one too, Pop. They got, and matter of fact, I know your boy's probably hoping that the series goes by a little longer too, so his punishment won't come down as fast. But because his punishment's coming down right after the finals is over. So
yeah.
But this is a good one. The Thunder.
OKC.
Yeah, OKC. Up and coming team. I believe, honestly, he wants to get out the West. The West is serious. Get him out the West. Good question. Phil says, would you give up Capella? I wouldn't want to. But I want Capella to come off the bench. So I would rather have Capella come off the bench because Onkwangu is not a center. Even though he comes in and backs up Capella, he's an undersized center. So I would like him just to be able to play at the 4. He can play at the 4, man. He can abuse a lot of the 4s out there instead of going up against the centers like he is now. Yeah. Not so he said I'm saying Hawks need to keep Akwangu, not OG from TCY. I got you, Jay. I got you, Pee Wee. Yeah. But yeah, no, I wouldn't want to give up. I wouldn't want to give up Capella, man. I think what Capella brings to the Hawks is invaluable. I think they like it. I just don't think he needs to start. He runs out of energy so fast, man. I don't know what kind of workout plan he has in the offseason. Boy, that boy be tired all season long, though. So
hey, what about going to Phoenix for Aiden?
It actually would be. It would be good. I don't think that'll be a bad matchup for them. Honestly, I just don't know if Phoenix has leadership. And will that be a team of talent, but no chief? Just a whole bunch of Indians running around. And okay. I don't put a lot of trust in their new coach, Frank Vogel, to be that leader or to even force them to be a leader on that squad. But if they had a good coach and somebody, and CP3, if I thought they let him go, they said they would let him go, but it hasn't been official yet. So it's not official.
So hang on to him and throw him out there as trade bait.
Okay, yeah. Have y'all talked about Zion and his future in the league? We have not, but we can talk about that. That's great. And my wife, what's up, boo? She said that's what I'm waiting on. What you waiting on, baby? ATL must have a two-headed snake. My dad says ATL must have a two-headed snake. I think they do. I think they do with Murray and Young right now. Oh, he's talking about getting rid of Trey. Yeah, you can't get rid of Trey. You got to have a two-headed snake. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Never. Babe, what you talking about, boo? No, what baby talking about? Yeah. I'm with you. Oh, give her Capella. She loves Capella. She said she give her tickets if they gave her Capella.
Okay.
Look, Capella took a picture with her, man. That's her favorite player. Don't mess around, Capella. Shoot. He's as nice as they want to be. All right, so let's jump. Let's go here. Let's go here, man. While we got a couple minutes left in this thing. Everybody knows what's going on with Zion. If you don't, Zion is he's living his life. What is it? What, OG, 19, 20 years old now?
He might be a little bit older than that.
He has a baby. He has a baby on the way. And he's out there in the streets, man, living his best life. How old
22.
Is he? 22. Okay, so he's 22. I didn't get that man 19 or 20. He's been in the league, what, 3 years, 2 years?
3 years, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Golly, he ain't played. That's why I know he's in the league that long. So he was sleeping around with a OnlyFans girl. And my wife told me yesterday, man, he had paid her $100K. And ended up getting another girl pregnant. The IG or the Instagram or the OnlyFans girl is upset. She's throwing all this dirt out in the streets right now. But besides all that, basketball-wise, is he fully locked into basketball? And I think that's the question that all the fans have. 22 years old, and I think I said this before to you all, man, coming from a small city in called Spartanburg to a much bigger city in New Orleans, a city that's always on the move, the city that never sleeps. There's always something going on in New Orleans. And then let me say Durham too. So he went from Spartanburg, small city, to Durham, small city, to big city with lots of money. Is this a problem for Zion going forward?
And I guess it go. And I said the same thing about Ja. Is he's got to get the right people in his camp.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're 22 years old. You just signed this mega deal contract. So you have to make a decision. You know, like you said, you go live your best life, or you go get back in basketball shape and start playing basketball. You got to make that decision because sooner or later, you may find yourself on the outside looking in.
Mm.
And I know he my homeboy. I know he from Spartanburg and everything, but still, you got to get your head right. And like I said, it's all about getting the right people in your camp because they're young with all this money. And like you said, he's in New Orleans, which New Orleans is not that much bigger than Spartanburg. Let's go ahead and put that on the record right now anyway.
Mm-hmm. You said it's not much bigger?
Population in New Orleans is 376,971. Population in Spartanburg is 335,864.
Okay.
But that don't have anything to do with it, though. But I'm going to put that out there. But the thing is people in this camp.
Right.
To head him in the right direction down the right street and not down the street that's going to come to a dead end.
Right.
So I think that's what he has to do. I mean, he has to make a decision. Now you got a kid on the way. So you have to consider that too. But like I said, it's all about having the right people in your camp that's gonna point you in the right direction. Being as young as you are, going to the league, earning all this money. I think he went 19 years old when he went to the league. Number 1 draft pick. And now you're going to sign a mega deal. And I know I tried to defend it, but you really haven't done anything since you got the mega deal.
Right.
So it's time for you to step up. Because evidently, whoever's in your camp is not giving you the right direction because you wouldn't. And I know we joking, kid, but it's all true. You get overweight. And the way you play, you can't carry all that weight and jump as high as you do.
Right. So much talent, man. He has so much talent. Much talent. And I sometimes, and I hope this is not his situation. Sometimes when you do get that much money at such a young age, when you're not really mature enough to be able to deal with it, and you don't have the right people in your corner, and like you said, OG, it can find you on the outside looking in. And the NBA is a business, and it's a business for men, and it makes you grow up fast. And if you don't grow up fast, man, you will end up out the league. And you can look back at a lot of players who were projected to be high prospects, Harold Miners of the league, Greg Odoms of the leagues. A lot of players, have fallen by the wayside because they weren't able to put the right people in their corners. And because it's a business, it's all up to you. It's all up to you if you want to work out. It's all up to you if you want to eat right. It's not up to anybody else, and nobody's making you do it. And that it's got to be a choice.
Yeah,
it's got to be a choice. So
I still go back, and I said this before. I mean, somebody else may have said it too, but I think with these professional players, they need to treat them like they're in the normal business world. If you lay out, you don't get paid. So if they start penalizing them in that same manner, then I think that'll change a lot. I think his contract was 5 years, 194.3. All of it guaranteed.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
So he has to get his head on right. Like you said, get the right people in his corner. And he got to make a decision. Because like I said, if he don't, the decision gonna be made for him.
Oh yeah. They're not gonna
like you said, NBA is a
money
business.
out. Yeah,
NBA is a business. So you got to make your decision before it's made for you.
Mm-hmm. Welcome on, because Matt, man. And Phil says, man, in his last interview, he said he's not playing because of how he feels. That tells me his mental, and he needs guidance. Yeah. He's not mentally there. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I think we said something about that when he said that, when he put that post out there about. Actually, I think I did a reel on that on our YouTube channel, The Crew and You. Make sure y'all go check out our YouTube channel, The Crew and You, on Instagram and TikTok as well, and follow our pages, please.
But the thing to get me about that is when he said that, then he out here in warm-ups doing the dunk competition.
Yeah.
So I mean, only thing I hope is, and not only him, another young guy we talked about too. I just hope both of them get the right people in there, because they both have to be from South Carolina. Get both of them need to get the right people in their corner, get their heads on right, and head down the right street and not down that dead end street.
Yeah. It's a dead end where they're going.
Right now it's a dead end.
Yeah, it's a dead end. And I feel so bad for, like you said, the talent that they have, what they can do, not just for for themselves, but for many people, man, that look up to them and
Right.
the lives that they can touch. They have the opportunity to change many of people's lives, man, and push people in the right direction with the platform that they do have. And hopefully they'll get it together. My dad said they didn't take that money back and let this dude go hungry before he gets that before he gets the message.
Come on, Mr. Right, now don't do me like
that. Yeah, he's immature, and I like you said we've always said, like, we've been 22 before, we've been 20 before. We know we've made mistakes, but when you know you're going to this level, and I tell my sons this right now, you have to be prepared for what you're about to see and what you're about to get into when you get to that level. It ain't nothing you've ever seen where we are right now. You about to go into some real stuff up there. Yeah. And you have to be prepared mentally, spiritually, and physically to go to that spot, man. So
like you say, we were all 22 at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But we were 22 with not with millions of dollars. So that's just compounding the fact.
That is,
and like my brother said, he's just immature. He needs to, like I say, he needs to get strong people in his corner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just afraid what's going to happen to him and John. They'll go down the dead end road, and once you go down there, all the lights out. I mean,
and at church today, the pastor who was speaking, man, he said, money, having a bunch of money, it gives you options. That's what it does for you. It gives you the option to, all right, I want to take a flight tomorrow. It gives you the option to say, I want to go here. It gives you the option to do this. It's giving these young kids, John Morant and Zion Williamson, options to do a lot of different things. But if you're not grounded in God and in spirituality and where you are, then you're gonna take the wrong path. And that's what it all goes back to having that right person, man, to steer you in the right place, steer you in the right. Hey, you going the wrong way, man. Hey, stay here, stay on this path. So yeah, the option to pay a woman, and then that's the problem. His option is he had the option to do it. Instead of he could have chose something else. Wealth gives options. There you go. That's what he said. Wealth gives you options, man. That's what it's giving them. But you got to know what options to be taken, and he doesn't know. So
yeah,
hope he gets it right. That's how you know you're wealthy. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. All right, OG, man. You got anything else, big dog?
No, like we say, we'll say the game for Wednesday, and hopefully Corey will be back, and so we'll go through. Like I said, it's not gonna be as tough as some of the games I've done in the past because y'all didn't try to get me on the previous games. So I always make my games as tough as I've been giving games toward me. So yeah, I think it'd be pretty good.
You haven't had one of your games in a while?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
You hear me now? I don't know why I always does that. But yeah. Can't wait, man. We haven't had one of your games in a while, man. So I'm excited about getting back into it, man. So everybody out there, man, thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Episode 12 in the books, man. All right, my guys out there that I spoke to earlier, man, make sure y'all hit me up, DM me, send me your information, man, so I can give y'all this special little TCY gift, man, from the TCY crew, just showing our appreciation. James Littlejohn, NF Skull, my wife, Chris Wright. Make sure y'all check her out. Their new episode is coming out soon, man. We appreciate you all. Phil Harris, Rodney Littlejohn. Stop it, Rodney. Stop it. Stop it, Cowboys 98. My dad, Larry Wright. Pop, I love you, man. Thanks for supporting. Matthew Wright, Cuzzo, man, always supporting. I appreciate you, baby. Anybody else we may have missed? Oh my God, Gideon was out there as well. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Make sure y'all check us out on Wednesday at 8:00, man. Keep your hand on the swivel and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Wednesday at 8:00, baby. We are
Hey, let's go. He needs your address, man.
Yeah. End up score, man. DM me on Instagram. I know you're on Instagram. DM me on Instagram. Your information, big dog. All right, love you, baby. We'll see y'all. Phil, we love y'all, baby. We out. Peace.
Peace.